You know, there's a phrase about finance, and at one point in time, and I don't know who this is credited to, so you'll have to, maybe you can put down in the comments where you think this phrase comes from. But there was a point where a man who had been wealthy and who had lost all of his wealth talked about losing his wealth. And he was asked, how did you go from being a rich man to being a poor man? And the guy thought about it for a moment. He said, well, it happened slowly, and then it happened all at once. And it's a little bit of a joke, but the whole thing about people asking about the kingdom of heaven is the kingdom of heaven is being revealed slowly, and then it's going to be revealed all at once. At the end of Luke chapter 17, Yeshua is asked by the religious authorities of his day about how does the kingdom of heaven arrive? How does God set up a kingdom? And Yeshua's answer is kind of like well, it happens slowly and then it happens all at once. Yeshua, as he's talking about this initially, says, the kingdom of heaven is not like what you think. The kingdom of heaven is not the outcome of a specific war. It's not the outcome of a specific situation where people see something cataclysmic that happened in Yeshua's time and then the kingdom of heaven was visible and was here. Instead, what we have with the kingdom of heaven is it's very simple. It ended up operating in a fashion whereby Yeshua said the kingdom of heaven is not first and foremost visible, but it ends up happening internally in the hearts of people. And Yeshua, as he was preaching the kingdom of heaven in the first century of the Common Era, and as he was preaching the kingdom of heaven in Galilee and in Judea and across Israel at that point in time, he was making a call for the hearts of different people. And he was saying there is a citizenship that is offered to you. And the citizenship that is offered to you is such that you can belong to God. And the response to either accepting or rejecting the citizenship was a response of the heart. And Yeshua says that the kingdom of heaven comes from within. And as Yeshua is talking about the kingdom of heaven and it's coming from within, it's not geopolitical. It's not something that is going to happen in a fashion whereby people are going to trumpet it or celebrate it, or it's going to be external. And mind you, I am pleased when politics takes a turn away from corruption and towards greater righteousness. But this is not the kingdom of heaven. And there are various different people who, because of either their empathy or their sense of honor or righteousness or whatever a political party can appeal to, will end up looking at folks and try and take your religious understanding and their ability to communicate and convey things through the media. They will look at this and they will end up saying to you, you should vote for us because we're in alignment with your values. But it isn't a matter of whether your values line up with people or not. Recently, I was sitting with two people, and one of the people that I was sitting with had a sense of if only he could end up making a presentation to powerful and political people that he could change the world. And the other guy I was sitting with, I would say, was a little bit more cynical, a little bit more understanding of what motivates people in politics, and understood that many of the people who are operating in politics are not operating out of altruism, but are operating out of selfishness. And so as the three of us sat down and as we talked and we got involved with this, we kind of came to a consensus. And the consensus that we came to was simple and was easy. The consensus that we came to is we may not be able to change the hearts and minds of powerful people who have entrenched interests and who end up having great power, great wealth, great name recognition, and great ability to end up controlling economies and controlling states and controlling international relations and controlling various things that are part of the levers of a powerful government. We might not be able to do this, but what we can do is we can live out our faith, live out our trust, live out a life where the internal citizenship of our being part of the kingdom of heaven can end up affecting and impacting people who we come in contact with. And as we talked about this, you could almost feel in the coffee shop where we were meeting that there was a sense of hope, that there was a sense of life, that there was a sense of ability, that it wasn't a matter of our reaching places that are closed to us, but it was rather an event whereby we can reach out the hearts and minds of other people who live lives like we do, who are close to us, who will hear us, who will treasure us and value us, and by our expressing and conveying the kingdom of heaven through the creative things that we take on, that we're going to be in a place and a position where we're going to be excited about who God is, excited about what is going on, excited about change and transformation. And it isn't a matter of the powerful and the amazing people who are out there that's going to be important to us, but rather that what is going to end up happening is we're going to be a people who can impact people like us. And this thrills the heart of God, and this fulfills the mission for which we have been made. Shalom.